All right. So the plan for this is we're going to take a look at some runs, and I'm going to do kind of a post analysis of my runs, kind of point out what I was thinking, maybe ways I should have pivoted, things that went wrong. I'm not, you're not sure if this is going to be a winning run or a run that ends suddenly. I think the idea is step out and view things from a different perspective, not in the moment, and see what we can see. So let's see if this works. Okay. So, all right. So this is a red deck gold stake run. Um, you know, Ideally, when I start out, I'm looking for a flush. I clearly have a flush, but it's a low flush. So I'm looking for a higher flush. Usually I want like a 6 or higher flush. If a lot of the high-end cards, like an ace, I can go a little lower, but as you can see here, I find a good flush. Ace to 7, it's me 324. And here I'm kind of looking at, okay, maybe I could take this abstract joker, get +3. Maybe I can take, I don't think it's worth to take any of these jokers. Eventually I said, don't worry about any of these jokers. Let's play round 2 and just get 2 flushes to get out of there. The great thing about the red deck is, you have that extra discard, so finding 2 flushes should be pretty easy. So there's the first one. And let me find the other one. Great. All right, so now I have a little more money. I like Jimbo, especially early on. Simple, to the point, gets me out of the first ante's boss, right? I'm just looking for a flush, and that should just about do it. It's pretty much doubling my flush. So if I can find a 300-point flush, I'm going to get out in one hand. Here I find a full house. It's just presented to me. Huzzah, huzzah. It's good to get out of there. The hook can mess with you if you're not finding those hands you need to play to win. So, okay, a part of me in post-analysis, it's in hindsight, I know what I'm going to be playing in the future. So I'm looking at that Jupiter card and go, man, be good to get that. What's gonna happen? I'm seeing what's coming up. It's the needle, so I have to hit 1,000 points in one hand. I decided, hey, let's do some work, save our money, and go next. Oh, found a straight. That's gonna do half the job. And there's another full house. Rock and roll space patrol. Rockin' in the free world with Jimbo, my buddy, my good friend. Okay, I always love a good spectral pack. Hard not to take it. This is a key move for me. I was thinking maybe the Wraith, I may get a rare joker, but I'd lose all my money. And then there's Trance right there. And I think the key to the run was me selecting this Trance card, which becomes a key part of the run. I'm deliberating. Do I want to save my money? Am I good enough? Or do I need a little extra? I decided to re-roll and pick up Wrathful just to help me out. Now I'm just looking for a spade flush that's gonna take me home to the land of gold and honey. There it is. And that does it 1,700. So we're about to go into the needle. That's going to do it. And here is onyx. And I think to myself, okay, it is eternal, but it can be super strong. I'm kind of playing flushes. I could play both a spade flush and a club flush. But I make the choice to kind of, let's go for the clubs. A little scary here, but it works out. And I send it, and it's all good. Okay, so I kind of think about bootstraps, but I also know it's going to be hard to make money, at least right now. So it's going to be kind of useless. Doesn't have a lot of power right now. I am definitely looking at the paintbrush. I decided to go for that gold card. I want to put it on that blue seal as my hope. Because I want to start making more money per round. Looking for that flush draw. Here I go, okay, I'll put it on the 10. I could have dug, and maybe I should have, but it's fine, right? Getting my money, I'm making my money back right now, and I'll probably make more than, I'll probably use that card again and again, right? Because it's on a club, it's a card that I use, so if I need it, it's there. So it's good to hold on to, and if I'm lucky, I can save it and earn another $3. All right, Hermit, clear answer. Allows us to open up another Arcana pack. Here I kind of go, do I want to strengthen any of these cards, or do I just want to put that steel card, make that 3 of clubs a steel card, and I eventually go, yeah, that's the ticket. And I go for the paintbrush. Good job, past self. Okay, I reroll once, maybe looking for something, but I retain my interest cap at 25, and I continue on my path. So, you know, usually I'm not a big fan of playing flushes, but you know, when it comes to the gold stake, you really got to roll with your punches, right? So right now, my most powerful way of playing is playing these flushes. All right, so I need to get a second flush. I'm looking and I say, okay, there's 8 clubs left. So I want to probably throw away a hand. I don't know why I choose those. I guess it's because it's playing a pair. Part of me thinks to have held the hearts. It looks like here I'm holding the 6 of hearts in case I need to play. Maybe I'll get a full house or something. So I'm throwing away these cards using a hand. And I'm glad I held on to the 6s. I have a full house. I'm thinking about it. Is he going to find that full house? It's a bummer. I'd like to use that blue seal, but it's better just to send it. All right. You know, I'm like, oh, maybe 3 of a kind. No, send it. Good job. Because you know why? 2 spade cards. That's going to give me a little extra, right? All right, you know, getting like this diamond joker would really be overkill. It's also eternal. I did that spades arrow. Okay, the moon. That's pretty easy. I was thinking, okay, do these high ones, but then I thought, well, I still am getting value out of the spades, so I'll do these 3 instead, just in case I need to play a spade flush. I'm able to do so. I think about it. I think, you know, this could save me in a sticky situation. That's what's great about, you know, those tarot cards that can change the suits, especially if you're playing flushes. It's a way to get out of a sticky situation. And playing 5 cards, well, it's a perfect time to play flushes, right? Okay, I see my first flush. I think, do I want to hold on to that steel card? But I say, no way. Let's just do this. All right, I'm going for a spade flush here. I say, hey, you know, good enough for me. I got the blue seal, which can help me. Hopefully, okay. Didn't get me there. Now, my thought is, let's throw away these 4 cards. I could throw away the blue seal, but I'm feeling a little greedy. Am I? What am I doing? Am I going to be greedy? I don't remember. Oh, I am. Oh, well, I have a discard. Yeah, so that's what I probably came up with. Okay, here I'm thinking, do I want to try to throw away a hand so I can keep that gold card? But I'm going to probably just send it. And I do. Well done, me. Get out of there. I get my Jupiter card. At this point, I'm still kind of hesitant to, like, do I want to be playing flushes on Gold Stake? It seems tricky. You know, the Jupiter cards and playing flushes, they don't scale that well, right? I think flushes are a great beginner hand to play early on, but soon you learn they just don't scale as well as like straights, or any of the other bigger hands like full houses and 4 of kinds. So really leaning into flushes can sometimes get you in trouble, because there's also a lot of bosses that can really mess with, you know, if I run into the boss that debuffs all club cards, this run is screwed. Okay, going back a little bit, I just picked up the stencil. So I'm like, okay, do I want to get rid of some jokers to make that stencil even more powerful? Because right now it's not doing much. I can make it twice as powerful, so I'm doing that right now. Okay, my stencil is now twice as powerful. I'm thinking, do I want that Wheel of Fortune? Okay, I'm going next. I'm at ×4 with that stencil, so I'm feeling okay. You can feel the hesitation in my play right now. I'm going, what am I doing? Because the stencil, while powerful, it's hard to add jokers to your joker slots because it makes that makes that stencil weaker. Okay, so I hit 13,000. So I know I can make that. Unfortunately, do not get. And here, you know, there is the idea of skipping, right? Because if I can find like a fool or something, I can get another Jupiter. Because I'm not planning on playing 4 of a kind. The arm is coming up. Okay, 13.5. I can beat that. It's going to be fine. But that arm is going to decrease my level of whatever hand I play. So I'm thinking about that. Thinking, how can I get stronger and knowing I'm also going to take a hit by playing flushes, right? Okay. I just need a little bit more, so part of me is going, well, play these. I could play a heart flush if I need to. It's a little sticky situation. It's like, do I want to discard? Okay, I'm playing the queens. So this is an interesting. Not quite sure what I'm doing there, but I guess I knew that I was going to make it. $18,000. So I'm hoping for a Jupiter. I get it. And I know I'm instantly going to lose it, right? I can choose two, so I'm going to choose a lesser one. One that I'm not going to use. Maybe I'll play straight flushes in the future, who knows? And then playing the Jupiter second, in case I get a fool later on, I can level up my Jupiter again. I'm a little spooked. I know that I probably need more. I probably can't afford that Planet Merchant. I hope I go for it. Actually, that's a great idea. Great idea. I know that I'm at this point that if I'm going to stick with the stencil, I'm going to need to lean heavily on planet cards. And if I can get past the arm, I can really lean on planet cards, right? Okay, so now we're going back to level 2. Be about 13,000. Okay, 14. Searching for that second club flush to get me home. Don't have it yet, but I do have my blue seal. I could discard it to have a higher chance hitting my flush, but I want that. I know I need it. Especially on Gold Stake, I need that blue seal. Especially I just knocked myself down to flush level 1, so I need to at least get back up to level 2, right? And look at there. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna get my Jupiter back up to level 3. I'm going to be tempted. Okay, this, I always love emulate, but look at all those clubs. And I'm thinking here, well, I could play the sickle and hope that it all turns clubs. That's super risky. But I decide it's important for me to use emulate, get my money up, and it does pretty well. It takes out a club or two, but mainly takes out the other cards, which is nice. It was very kind to me. There's nothing really here for me. I skip. Okay, now I'm thinking Constellation. This is going to scale. I can probably scale this up. Can I survive by buying it, making my stencil weaker, and not having the Constellation card doing really anything right now? It's a little dicey right now. I'm a little spooked. And I need to play well. You know, I need to... I was looking there at if I've upgraded my full house. I haven't. I'm going to play my first flush here. I'm looking and going, okay, can I get my second flush? All right, I'm gonna have to throw away a hand. Just use a hand to search for my flesh. No other hands are really gonna do it for me. There it is. I have my steel card and my blue seal. That takes me over. It's my Jupiter. And what's great now is the Jupiter is not only scaling my fleshes, it's scaling my constellation. There's Pluto there. I'm going to probably grab it just to strengthen my constellation a little bit more. And okay, there's a High Priestess. I also love that Hangman, but I will probably go the High Priestess just to get that constellation online. I don't have much money. I don't want to lose any more. Go under any more than I already am. So I'll probably just go next here. All right, so now my run is kind of getting to the point where I am just focusing on getting my Jupiter scaled up as much as possible. It's almost like it's a jokerless run at this point, because it'll be really hard for me to buy another joker that will be powerful enough to sacrifice degrading my stencil, right? I guess right here I'm really wanting to hold on. What am I doing? Okay. I'm holding on to that gold. I'm holding on to that. What am I doing? Oh, I'm searching for my blue seal. That's what I'm doing. Risky beans ham bone. Mixing it up. All right, I'm a little tempted because that's extra chips and malt, but I really think there's no way. I can't rely on it too much. So I do take a look at, like, is there something that can help me? I think about the banana plus 15 malt. I think, okay, 7 times 5, so that's 35. The 35, 7 times 5 is 35, times 3, and then times whatever my constellation is at. And I go, the banana is not worth it, so I'm going to take the uncommon here just to make a little more money, right? I don't want this card, but I'll take the $3. Level up my constellation. I'm at 1.5. Time to rock and roll. Play only one hand type. Well, that's kind of my idea as well. So I'm just gonna look for my flesh here. Get out of there. There's my first one, and I have my steel card intact. 35,000. I just need one more and I will be golden. I have my blue seal. I'm going to go ahead and send it. Fantastic, fantastic. I always use my Jupiter card before I go into the shop for the chance that a Jupiter card shows up. If I hold it in my slot, then the Jupiter card will not show up. Alright, this is huge here. Getting the telescope here now guarantees me a Jupiter every time I open up a Celestial pack, which is huge. That's a game changer right there. And now my constellations up to 1.8. If I can get it to a ×2, then, you know, anything beyond that is going to be more powerful than me not having it and just having the stencil. So I have been weaker having the constellation up to this point, but now it's going to be very soon more powerful, and it's only going to scale. Play a hand to get my last flush. I have my blue seal, and now you can see how important that blue seal is at the beginning of the run, placing it instead of using something else. There's a Fool right there, which means since I just used Jupiter, I get another Jupiter card. I'm going to check the blinds and see if I need to maybe buy that luchador. I don't, so I am good. And I'm just thinking here. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling. Now I already have my blue seal, which sometimes is kind of a hindrance, especially because it's not a club card right now. So it's actually taking up space in order to find my flush, right? Because it's not a club. But luckily it's okay. And we're going to discard one more time. We get our flush. We get our blue seal. Rinse and repeat. So use that Jupiter card and then cash out. You get 2 planet cards and a celestial pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy these 2 cards first, because I want the last planet card I use to be a Jupiter card. So if I find a Fool card, I have a higher chance of getting that Jupiter card, another Jupiter card. I don't want a 4 of a kind. I don't want a straight flush, you know. I want Jupiter. So I'm always trying to get that Jupiter. All cards are face down, so I'm like, is that card a club? I'm pretty certain it is, but I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is check the rank. Okay, I know it's higher than a 9. Since there's a 3 of hearts there, I'm pretty confident that that is flush. If I threw that away and it wasn't, like say it was a diamond or something else, it could have completely destroyed the run. Because right now I believe I can only play 2 flushes. I can't play a 3rd flush. I have 14 club cards in my hand, so since it takes 5 cards to make a flush, I can make 2 flushes, and then I'd have 4 clubs remaining. I decided to put lucky on those. Okay, the wall's coming up. It's pretty scary. So now my brain is going, how do I scale faster? And I really am starting to take note of how many points I'm getting per flush. Because if I can only play 2, let's see where we're at. Okay, 87,000. And that was with a lucky card. I don't know if it triggered. Throwing this away. But I know I gotta keep my blue seal. I have to scale up. So with 2 flushes, I can get 173, which is not a good sign, right? Because I need to get 400,000 for this wall boss that's coming up. Luckily, I hit 2 celestial packs. I'm going to open both of them up. It's going to scale me in 2 different ways, both with just the Jupiter cards scaling my flushes and then the constellation. I'm really eyeing that seed money. I love that voucher. I want it, but I also am thinking I don't have the ability. I'm not making a lot of money, and going below the interest cap right now is not a good idea. Another thing with flushes is, you know, it's kind of boring. There at least is a clear road. There's a clear road with this run of what I'm trying to do. I started early on and I kind of committed to it, so I think there's value to that. But you know, flushes can be a little boring to watch, I would say. At the same time, there's this tension of, you know, like there it is. I only have 4 more clubs here, so it's like this has to work. And I'm taking note that my 2 flushes right now are giving me 254. Okay. So now I'm in trouble. I need to scale up. And so how am I going to do that? You know, I have a steel card in my hand, a steel 3. I'm hoping, okay, this is a way that I can scale. These other 2 can't really help me. I didn't hit anything. I think, okay, if I can get 1 club card, I can make 3 flushes potentially. I didn't get that either. So now I'm like, I have to go below the interest cap in order to survive. I have to, because I know that I can't make it. So, you know, buying planet cards, even though I'm not playing full houses, I'm scaling my constellation. I'm going to use these. You can tell I'm freaking out. Oh, I can't re-roll, so I'm just going to play these 2. I get my constellation up to 3.1, which is pretty strong. And I go, holy shit, I only have 14. I can play 2 flushes. So here I see this spade flush and I go, well, if I'm going to have to throw away a hand, usually to dig, might as well play a flush, because even though the onyx isn't triggering it, my flush is at level 14, right? So there's 111. Okay, that's great. Luckily, I have my lucky card and my steel card in place. And I get 20x mult on that lucky card, bringing me to 431. So now I just gotta play my other club flush and I will be set. A part of me is thinking for the future. I'm looking into the future going, do I want to hunt? Do I want to dig for my blue seal, or do I just want to ship it and get out of here? I don't think there's much harm. I get my blue seal, which I think is very important. I'm continuously scaling each round, which is crucial. Again, it's kind of like I'm playing jokerless with these 3 jokers, right? In the sense that, of course, I'm not. These are very powerful jokers, but I really don't want to add another joker. We're in ante 8, so we're at the final ante. We get Verdant Leaf, so all jokers are debuffed until 1 joker is sold. So I'm thinking, well, I will have to add a joker to my hand in order to sell it and be have the ability to win. Now, it's at 400,000 points. I just did 400,000 points with the wall, so I know I'm strong enough to beat it. And so now my thought is find a joker and then be able to sell it. Like, I could buy that steel joker and maybe just skip to the end, but I go, no, play the round, get a little stronger. Okay, I do it in one hand. That feels good. And here is a rental joker that I can buy for $1 and sell it when I fight that final boss and be okay. So I'm thinking, you know what? Just get the swashbuckler and skip this next blind and then just sell the swashbuckler. So I'm really thinking, okay, this is the move. I'm also thinking I can also buy that standard pack in hopes to get an extra club. So if I have to play a third flush, which I won't, might as well have it, right? So I take the 3 clubs. It's a steel card, which is even better. And I skip. I don't need to play around. I know that I can beat it. I just sell my swashbuckler and now play my 2 flushes. Here I'm playing around. I think I want to keep at least one of my steel cards. Gives me a little oomph. Okay, there's 340. I'm feeling pretty good. And there it is, I did it. And I send it. Rock and roll Space Patrol. We got ourselves a winning run. Red deck, gold stake. Feels good. You know, a lot of times you're playing gold stake and you're getting beat up. Keep playing, keep trying, you know, commit to something, roll with those punches, and you'll get a win. So there's a gold stake win with flushes. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'm going to try to do more of these post-analysis videos. I do enjoy them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.